Hello and welcome to So This is Thailand. I'm Johan Wimonchalau, Swadee Krap.
I'm Thapani Manawet, Sawadee Ka.
And I'm Belinda Skinner, Sawadee Ka.
And joining us once again.
I am indeed. It's a lot of fun, so thank you very much for having me back.
Oh, it's nice having you here. It's
good to see you again.
In the studio and in front of all the lights.
Better than the rain.
Now, I have a bit of news that I'm sure a lot of you probably out there in the TV land have seen. It's the recent opening of H&M at the Paragon this past weekend. Good God. The lines were longer than the lines at immigration at Swanepoel.
Well, what? They're very short now.
They're very short now.
I popped down to that, but it was a crazy. I walked in and I completely forgot that it was on, because I do like H&M and I'm very excited that they've come. But I went in there and I saw all these people and I thought, oh my gosh, what is it? And then I realised it was the opening. Not quite as long as the Krispy Kreme queue, though.
Food always trumps clothes, maybe. No, one of my friends was on the Siam BTS at around 7:30 in the morning, and looking down, he saw queues snaking around, and he was like, "What is going on?" "Oh, it's H&M opening," and he took a pic and uploaded it, and it was insane.
It always surprises me when you have like the Krispy Kreme, the H&M, and all these others, big. Stores that have come from overseas. Thai's just queuing up for lines and lines and lines. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, even the H&M, the big one in New York City, I've never seen a line like that there, ever.
But, it's cheap clothes. How can you say no?
Well,
and also, I think like Thai people embrace all this kind of, foreign pop culture.
Sure.
Did you see the buzz about Carl's Jr.?
I was, unfortunately, Carl's Jr. is one of my favorite hamburger joints coming out of LA. And unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to partake in the Bangkok version of the Carl's Jr., but I will be there.
No, a lot of my friends went and said it's fantastic, looks exactly like the picture. We're giving them free advertising.
Wow, I'm very out of the picture. I have no idea what about the Carl's Jr.
When you ordered the massive burger and then when it arrives, it's actually like this big?
Yes.
That doesn't happen with Carl's Jr., apparently.
Really?
And actually, the ad campaigns that you see, at least in the U.S., is there's so much stuff jammed into the hamburger that when you bite into it, it just falls out. So all the commercials have all these celebrities getting all this ketchup and mayonnaise and slobbering stuff all over their clothes. So.
But even before H&M arrived, right? Back to clothes now. We're staying away from the topic of slobber. There was. You know that most of these clothes, like Marks and Spencer's, H&M, is actually produced around Cambodia, Vietnam, and they end up, falling off the back of a truck. And then you get in the flea market some of the outlet clothes that have kind of missed the boat. And so people were already familiar with the brand of H&M and actually really like it. So I think that's why there was such a massive queue.
Probably, and I'm wondering if you're going to see some of the things like if you have like Hollister or some of the other ones like Gap. I know Gap is here as well, but I didn't actually see a line that long for it. But
it's because H&M is so affordable. It's known for being affordable to all the girls. So I'm excited.
Forward to that one.
Well, for talk of the town, getting away from all the shopping hysteria out there, looking towards the other subject we love here in Bangkok, and that is traffic.
No.
I love it. I love it. We covered a story a few weeks ago about a traffic application which kind of tied in with those big billboards you see that have the red, the green, and the yellow, indicating the areas of the city and how it kind of took all that information together into one mobile app. Well, now the BMA also has their own app that was just launched, but this one ties into all the CCTVs out there. So you don't get the traffic patterns, the indication of where there's a backup or not. This one, you actually get those live pictures. So when you look at it, you say, oh, where am I? Look at it. You can see right there, well, all those cars are packed up, or maybe you might even see yourself sitting in your car, waving at the camera, stuck in traffic. Wouldn't that be nice? Now, currently, it's not live yet. The images are uploaded every minute. They will be real-time streaming by the end of the year, though. But for those who are stuck in traffic, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 1 hour, it doesn't make much difference.
Actually, that's pretty cool. I could have done with that on the weekend. I decided to go up to Jattajat Park for a fitness, which I do amazed in Bangkok. There's some beautiful parks here. And we just stopped for no reason on Pahonyutan. And had I realised, If I had my little app and I could have seen the CCTV shot of the crowded street, it would have been very handy. Got out and started my fitness earlier.
Actually, that happened to me the other day when there was a great huge thunderstorm around 4 o'clock. I was trying to get somewhere, and I thought I would be clever and take a shortcut. And actually, my shortcut ended up being blocked off because of the floodwater. So, Sukhumvit 39 was flooded 30 centimeters. So the police were diverting traffic kilometers down the road. It couldn't U-turn. They blocked everything off, and I ended up not making it to wherever it was I intended to go. So it's good to get kind of this foreknowledge because it saves you a lot of time.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah, so be sure to look for it. It is from the BMA, and it is called BMA Live Traffic. So you can download it. It is for the iOS, for all your Apple products out there, and also for Android as well. So do yourself a favor, upload them. Now, coming up as well, looking for good news, is Thailand has been approved to export pomelo, or som-o, to Japan. Good news. Now, Japan, as you know, is very strict, very rigid in terms of their import controls there. And only 8 other fruits from Thailand have been approved. That include mangoes, mangosteens, durian, bananas, pineapples, green coconut, plum, and tamarind. Well, now this new Tongdi variety of the pomelo has been approved to be sold there.
Wow, that's great news for Thailand and for the export.
It's the variety with the pinkish color.
Yes.
Where you get the yellow ones, and then the pinkish ones they're really nice.
Well,
they're my favorite.
Yeah, and they're known to be, a little sweet, a little sour, which Thais do love, but also very good health benefits. Lots of vitamin A, vitamin B, calcium as well. So they're expecting these to be a big hit among Japanese consumers, and great news for Thai farmers once again.
Fantastic. Is there a difference? You were saying, there's the pink variety and the white and the yellow. The different. Is there a taste difference? Is one more sweet than the other?
Yeah, the one with the pinkish hue is slightly more sour and juicier, and the yellow ones are firmer, so it's a little drier and more sweet. But then I think pomelo is very how do you say, like volatile fruits. Sometimes you end up getting the bitter ones. There's a horrible, like grapefruit. But,
Well, what I always get is, pomelos, they have such thick rinds. So you have this massively, huge green fruit, and then you peel away about an inch or 2 of rind, and you're left with the fruit on it. It's still large by comparison, but it's a little deceiving.
And you're like, oh.
Oh, yeah, it's a little let down.
Sure. On to the third topic today, which is about arthritis and arthritis prevention. World Arthritis Day is coming up, and on the 14th of October, the Ministry of Public Health is organizing a seminar at Pratmongkut Hospital, free to those who want to attend, and aimed at promoting better health amongst youth and the elderly and reducing the risk of arthritis for Thai people. So if you want to check out more information, it is available at thaiarthritis.org.
Well, good news. I mean, if you look at it, we've covered this before, that looking at the population here in Thailand, it is aging. We're going to have a lot more elderly in Thailand than in any previous record, and arthritis being one of the main ailments, it can really be extremely debilitating.
And it's very painful. My mother suffers with it, and I see older people suffering with it, and when the younger ones start to get it, it is a very painful disease, and as you said, very debilitating.
Right.
So it's good that we're doing something about it. Sounds good.
And still staying on the topic of medicine, this is good news because the FDA has announced that it will relax the rules on certification of medical equipment. Now, what used to happen in the past was, even though medical equipment would have certification from its country of origin, it would still have to get recertified once it arrived here, and that goes through the Medical Device Control Department. But now the rules have been relaxed. It started since the 21st of September, and the new rule says that if you can find approval from the country of origin, it doesn't have to get recertified here. And this is changing because now medical equipment and almost everything really is being produced from all parts of the world, and then it gets reassembled and then it gets exported. So it kind of, because of the international kind of climate of everything coming together, they're relaxing the rules and making it a little bit easier for us to enjoy all the benefits of these products.
Well, that's good. Well, I know Valerie had an interview with a man from, I believe it was either Germany or the Netherlands, who had a very, very beneficial device for treating burn victims. And one of the problems of getting, it here into Thailand was getting through this regulatory process, by the FDA there. So if they're able to at least relax the restrictions while maintaining the quality control there, obviously we don't want to be importing stuff which is not valid. This will be a huge success, I believe.
Oh, it's really good news, isn't it? When people were coming back after the floods, and a lot of the manufacturing places that got wiped out, and it's taken them so long because of going through all the FDA. So this is great news for Thailand.
Well, this is something that's logical, that's happening for once, because if it has been certified from somewhere else before, having to get reapproved is it adds to time. It seems like a lot of hoop jumping. So.
Yeah, and given the strict controls, a lot of this medical equipment is already being produced in the United States or in Germany or other areas which already have very high standards to begin with.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good news.
Well, coming up on V-Talk after the break, once again, myself will be interviewing an entrepreneur out there, a man who has taken advantage of the luxury segment, looking for private helicopter and jet services.
Ooh.
Very cool. So I believe, after the interview, I'll be having my own private jet. So you're all welcome to join me on my cruise. Where
I bet you enjoyed that interview.
Very, very much so. And it actually fits together because one of their bases is at Ganmun, which, as you know, just opened up. So perfect timing.
Absolutely. And actually following that, I go out to the beautiful grounds of the British Club and interview the BCT, the Bangkok Community Theatre. You've heard Valerie talk about Miss Saigon, which is a Thai theatre done with English subtitles, but this is English theatre. So for those who are enjoying the live theatre, there's a upcoming production, and so stay tuned so you can find out how to go to see the production and also how possibly you can get involved in future. So both of those coming up right after the break.